You want me to try it?
Oh my god!
One of these days.
Oh,
I love it.
Christy. Oh, so
I give you an A
Christy,
for effort. I'm
welcome into
hoping this show goes pretty well because
oh, just hilarity ensued before the cameras turned on. Welcome to Jersey Chasers, everyone. You never know what's gonna happen with this show. We are live right now on both Facebook and YouTube. If you want to tune in, the show will be posted on our Jersey Chasers YouTube as well. Follow us on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Like, we have so much going on. But Christy, we got to talk about the breaking news. So breaking news broke about 2 hours ago. Let's play the video. Let me play the video because this is it's a doozy. It's a doozy.
Oh my God, do I have a sports drama story for the hot girls tonight? Michigan head football coach was fired today for having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. He was sleeping with his coworker. Men are so I guess there was a woman involved. Are we sure it was a woman? Not too much. Not that there'd be anything wrong with. We're gonna move on. Okay, here's my thing, y'all. Immediate reaction, is he married? Yep, he's married with 3 children. And I'm not gonna put his wife on blast because I read up on them a little bit and they maintain a very private life. But to cheat on your wife 3 weeks before Christmas, this publicly, and get fired from your job for cause, which means they don't have to pay him. So I know y'all probably heard some of the drama this year of coaches getting fired and then getting paid millions and millions of dollars not to work. Because his ass was sleeping with a staffer, they don't have to pay him. Now, I always remember Sharon Moore for this moment when he first coached the Michigan team and he was in tears. And I was like, wow, to see a coach have heart for his team and for the game like that. All I'm gonna say is this: if it's one thing I know about football, from going to an SEC school and working in sports for the last 5 years, they would have covered this shit up if they really wanted him to coach the team. They would have covered this shit up if they really wanted him to be the coach. They wanted to fire him and they wanted to get out of paying him, and that's what they got because they couldn't keep it in his pants. I wish the best for his family because that breaks my heart for them. May the head coaching search begin because Michigan is a big job. People are going to want to coach there. What the hell is going on in Michigan? College football is full of terrible people, but they seem to just be getting caught all the time. First they get caught sign stealing, which means stealing signals for plays from other teams, cheating in football. Then this guy gets caught cheating on his wife with a member of the staff. It's ghetto up there. Get it together, Michigan.
Oh, just a beautiful video. But I'm gonna
insert one little thing that she didn't mention. The fact that he actually got that staffer pregnant. So yes, it was a female staffer that he was sleeping with, and he got her pregnant and he paid for her to have an abortion. How gentlemanly of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this part of this article from Justin Spiro. He's from Darko State News. Yeah, I'm not gonna name the staffer, but allegedly they started this affair in February of 2024. She started in 2021 as an on-campus recruiting and football operations coordinator and worked her way up to executive assistant to the head coach. Now, one of the other things
she worked her way up.
She worked her way up, all right. One of the things that Mariah did mention is that Michigan he's not going to get paid. So Michigan had a clause in his contract, and I'm going to read. And it says the university has a right to terminate the employment of the head coach for cause in the event of any of the following: failure of head coach in any material respect to perform the services required of him under this agreement, conviction of a head coach of any criminal offense involving fraud, or conviction of a felony, or commission of any act which results in material injury to the reputation of the university, conduct by the head coach which offends against public decency or morality as shall be determined unity, or which results in or the reasonable determination of the university could result in material injury to the reputation, interests, or obligations of the university or the program. Essentially, because he cheated on his wife and got caught cheating on his wife, the university was like, hey, we put this clause that for any moral reasons that we determine you cannot be fit to be head coach, we can fire you. He went over the contract, he signed it with his lawyers. So now he's out of a job.
He knew what he was doing.
He's,
Oh, wow.
I just, mm, mm, mm,
He's something special, but hey, TTUN.
yeah, that team up north.
Yeah.
All he had
Gotta
to do
cheat
is
one way or another, don't they?
for real. But speaking of college football, the playoffs are set. Let's see.
So excited.
So we got the quarterfinals coming up the 21st. Then we got the 21st through the 1st. No, sorry. Excuse me. I can't see. I'm blind. The 31st through the 1st is the quarterfinals. Yes. Then the semifinals is the 8th and the 9th. And then, of course, the national championship is January 19th. What do you think of these games? Let's just also put the teams up.
Yes. Let me break it down for us. We've got okay, I'm trying to see how you have them listed. Okay, so Oregon and James Madison are playing against each other. We got Alabama and Oklahoma again, like what, 3 times now this season, Alabama and Oklahoma. And then we got Ole Miss against Tulane, which, hey, welcome to the big show, Tulane. This graphics is actually wrong because you have Notre Dame versus Texas A&M.
Yes,
and
it is.
It's supposed to be the University of Miami. Okay, it's all right. Don't worry about it. So, so that first set of games, okay, let's go back to Bama and Oklahoma. Who do you think's going to win out of that game?
It's like pulling teeth. Alabama got destroyed.
Stomped.
Absolutely destroyed in that semifinal game. Not semifinal game. That SEC championship game.
In a conference championship, yeah.
Oh, just destroyed. Destroyed.
Yeah, I had to call my brother-in-law to see if he was okay.
By the way, that is the only graphic that it would let me upload. That is the only graphic. So
well, delete it. Get it off of there. We don't want to see it.
It's deleted.
Anyway.
But speaking of Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. But speaking of Notre Dame.
They're a bunch of whiny babies.
Oh, yes. Because I'm sorry. I genuinely, Oklahoma and these quarterfinal games are like the only one that I actually am like kind of excited about is Miami and Texas A&M.
Well, that's only happening because Notre Dame's not in.
Yeah. So let's add to the stage Notre Dame's statement of what they thought about missing the college football playoff. It reads, as a team, we decided to withdraw our name from the consideration for a bowl game following the 2025 season. We appreciate all the support from our families and fans, and we are hoping to bring the 12th national title to South Bend in 2026. Signed, the 2025 Notre Dame football team. What is that?
Well, I was really disappointed in this because I thought Coach Freeman had a little bit more class than that, than to be like, oh, wow, we're not going to play in a bowl game. I mean, after all, he did come from Ohio State, but I guess he's just been at Notre Dame for too long. I mean, you get into farther north states.
Honestly, for real.
It's a
Um,
shame.
there's just so much happening with this Notre Dame situation. So they're not the only team that opted out. So it's them, Kansas State, and Iowa State that are kind of like the three big teams that are amongst the people
Mm.
that opted out of the bowl games. And people are like, why are you guys opting out of bowl games? Number one, it's a chance for your school to get money. And number two, it's the last game of the season that your seniors will play. And it's a chance for anybody who wants to start next year to get some recognition. So now you're taking away not only the ability for these kids to play,
Okay.
but you're losing out on money.
Mhm. But one thing I do have to interject here is maybe they talk to their teams about it. And a lot of the seniors, unfortunately, when they aren't in a championship like playoff situation, they tend to opt out of playing the bowl games because they want to get ready for the combine and they don't want to get hurt. And, it makes me really sad because, yeah, it used to be they were playing that last game and you were going to see the seniors playing their hearts out, or even the juniors or sophomores who were going to, go into the draft instead of staying in college, getting an education, learning something. But anyway, that's the grandma in me talking. But a lot of them opt out. So it's like, you know what? Mm, I think that should go somehow be counted against them the following season.
Yeah,
Maybe you opt out, you're not bowl eligible the next year too.
honestly, do you want to read? Because I got that too of what's gonna happen to Notre Dame next season. So this comes
Yeah.
straight from the
Let's see
horse's mouth. Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't see it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so small, but it reads that there is a new wrinkle from, I'm going to say his name wrong. I'm going to mess it up. Babakwa, whatever his name
Okay.
is, the Notre Dame AD. He signed an agreement with the CFP that if Notre Dame is in the top 12 next year, that they get an automatic spot.
What? Who the hell made up that rule?
They signed some. I've never seen I've never seen that before, ever.
That's ridiculous.
They signed an agreement that if they are in, say what happens last year happened. Say what happened this year happens next year. It's between them and
Right.
one other team. Because
They're gonna get it.
before the announcement is made, because of this agreement, they're automatically in, which to me is insane.
I don't like this.
Because all you had to
Yeah.
do was
Yeah,
beat
they should be
two of the
penalized, not
teams, and
rewarded.
all they had to do was beat the two teams that made it over them. They couldn't beat Texas A&M and they couldn't beat Miami.
Right.
All you got to do is
Lost to
beat one of
Miami.
those
Like,
two.
so how can you logically say you belong in there over any of those two teams that you lost to?
It's one of those
It
things.
just doesn't make any sense. Do they have CTE?
No, honestly. And then another wrinkle. They're mad, they're pissed at the ACC. So this is the other thing. Notre Dame is only in football, nowhere else. Only in football. They play in the ACC. They play in the ACC. They actually share revenue with the ACC. The ACC technically airs their games as well.
Right, but
So,
they're unclaimed, aren't they?
yeah, they're an independent. They're independent. So,
Right.
one of the other things
Right.
is like, so you make money every time you make the playoffs. So, other teams share it with the conference. So, like Ohio State and Indiana are going to share their revenue with the Big Ten, which that means gets
Well,
dispersed to
what
all
about
the other
Oregon too?
teams.
Because Oregon's in there.
Yeah. So, all of those
And
teams that are
Oregon's
in
part
those
of the Big Ten now.
I keep forgetting, honestly.
I know.
I
I'm
don't even want
sorry.
to talk about it. I don't even talk. It's such stupid. Big Ten country is the
Ridiculous.
Midwest.
I know.
But they're an independent. They're not in the
Mhm.
ACC. So they're
So
mad
they don't
because
share with anybody.
they don't share with anybody. So they're losing out on that money that they were going to get from making the playoffs. So they're mad at the ACC because the ACC pushed Miami. Miami is one of their teams, not
Miami who
Notre
won.
Dame.
Right. Miami who beat them.
And I'm like, you guys are an independent. I'm like, you're mad that you're independent at when the time comes. You don't have to be without a
Of
conference.
course.
You could be in a conference. Heck, you could be in the run the Big 12. You could run the Pac-12. You could do so much, but you choose not to.
Yep. I wonder if God told them not to join a conference.
They're just a ridiculous team. Honestly, it's just so it's one of
I would not be proud to support a college. I mean, like, I'm sorry. I would be embarrassed as a fan.
I
How can you
honestly
support a
I
team like that?
it's just one of those things where I'm like, I cannot believe. And then their fans are like, but we're the better team. You lost to two of the teams that got into. You're not the better team.
Exactly.
You would have got wiped. You would have got dog walked in the playoffs. And I think they're also
sorry, go ahead.
no, you're okay. I think they're also living off the mindset of like, we were the national runner up last year. So that means we deserve an automatic bid. And it's like, that's not how it works.
No, because look at James Madison and Tulane. I mean, like, have they ever been anywhere close to being in the playoffs? I mean, like, look at UCF. How many seasons ago? UCF was undefeated for almost 2 full seasons, and they never got a chance to play in, for the playoffs for a national championship. But I did want to run through the games real quick and get your take on who you think would win out of the playoffs that are coming up, the first round. Okay. So the first round, we got Bama and Oklahoma. I think that Oklahoma will still win.
I said neither.
Somebody has to win, dear. I know you did. So you want them to tie.
Honestly, if I have to pick a team, I'm gonna go Oklahoma. I think they slightly edge Alabama out. Alabama is not. They're not a good team. They're not a good team. They're not a good team.
No, I think that Oklahoma is going to win too. Okay, Miami and A&M. I'm actually going to take Miami in this one.
If A&M's quarterback is in there, I'll take them. If not, I'll take Miami.
Okay. Tulane and Ole Miss. I'm going with the obvious Ole Miss.
I was going to be like, are you really going to play in my face right now? It's clearly Ole Miss. Clearly. Here's that.
And last but not least, little old James Madison against Oregon. I mean, come on, that's a given too.
Unfortunately, Oregon.
But I would love to see Tulane or James Madison actually win the first round
and go on a run.
I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, Tulane or Ole Miss, they got Georgia after that. And then James Madison, Oregon, they've got Texas Tech after that. So, like, James Madison could possibly win against Texas Tech. I don't see Tulane beating Georgia, though. I don't see it happening.
Honestly, I think the most important games, because who would Indiana face?
Okay, so Indiana would face either Bama or Oklahoma. And I think it's going to be Oklahoma, like I said, and I think Indiana is going to win that one game.
I think that might be Indiana's test. I know everybody's like, oh, Indiana's test was Ohio State and they're going to be the national champions. I think Indiana's test is whoever that team is that they face in the first round. We saw what Ohio State can do in the playoffs. We know they have a first round bye. We saw what they can do. We know they've been there. They proved it. They can win it. I think they're probably going to be in the national championship. Honestly, I think Ohio State's biggest test is either going to be Georgia or Indiana.
Yeah.
If Indiana gets past that first round, and anything could happen. As much as people love to say Miami's a great team, and I think Texas A&M is a good team. Whoever Ohio State playing, they're gonna mollywop them. I'm sorry, they're gonna mollywop them.
I actually think it would be cool if Ole Miss won against Tulane and Ole Miss beat Georgia.
That would be wild. That would be so wild. what if Ole Miss made a run to the national championship and the Lane Kiffin stuff
Well,
would
then
be
Ohio State would
so
not
much
be in
funnier.
there.
No, they wouldn't
So no,
be.
it stops with Ohio State.
They wouldn't be, but the Lane Kiffin stuff would be so much funnier.
That's okay. You know what? They will get to Ohio State and we will win. Ohio State will win by minimum of 2 touchdowns. That's my
Hey,
prediction.
hey.
All
Speaking
right.
of Ohio, do you know about the Legend Bay story? So do you know about the signing days and everything that's been happening lately?
I know about the signing day and how the one poor kid is he wanted to go to Ohio State and his mom's going to make him go to, I forget where, and he's not happy about it. And he's turning 18 after the first of the year, I think. And
Yeah.
and like, so why didn't they just hold off the signing until after the first of the year until he turned 18?
Okay, so this is the minutia of college football, and this is why I hate college football. College
Yeah.
football is so dumb. Their calendar makes no sense. Makes
Mm,
0 sense. So National Signing Day is now happening right before the playoffs. National Signing Day used to be after the playoffs. It
right.
used to be like after all of it ended. They moved it up. So that's why everybody wants the head coaches in place because like they want to introduce the coaches. They want to be like, here's our recruits, all of that stuff. It's a crazy mess up thing. Football playoffs like mess it up. So
Yeah.
Legend Bay, he was
They'll mess
recruited.
it up.
Yeah, so he was recruited as a quarterback. His
Mhm.
mom wanted him to go to Tennessee. He's like, I don't want to go to Tennessee. I want to go to Ohio State. He signed a letter of
Mhm.
intent to go to Ohio State. On National Signing Day, his mom threatened to not sign the paper so he could go to Ohio State. So then, because she threatened to not sign it, it flipped. So everybody's like, now he's committed to Tennessee. Then a bunch of Ohio State fans like posted stuff in support of him. He was retweeting it, he was sharing it.
I will adopt him.
Yes. Then all of the posts got deleted. Like all of them got deleted. He came back in and signed back into his Twitter and was like, hey guys, want to let you know I'm probably going to get signed out of the account. The person who's been in my account is actually my older brother.
Yeah, his brother's running his
Him and my
Twitter.
mom.
Yeah.
Him and my mom won't allow me to sign with the team that I want to.
Mhm.
And then that tweet was deleted. So it is like, I think he did end up signing with Ohio State. I think he is going to come to this. Yeah, so he ended up, ironically enough, signing with Ohio State. But it was just one of those crazy stories where like every hour something crazier was happening.
Oh, like that poor kid. I mean, number one, your child has the opportunity of a lifetime to go play for one of the best colleges in the whole entire nation. Tennessee's all right too. But come on, like he's obviously going to have a better opportunity to learn and to develop being a Buckeye. Yeah, there's just no comparison. I'm sorry. Maybe he might have a better chance of playing at good old Rocky Top because they don't have the caliber of players there. And maybe that's what his mom was looking at. But this is your kid. You should want your kid to be happy. And what's the harm in going to Ohio State? I mean, at least it's not Michigan.
Yeah. And a lot of people, it kind of reminded them of the whole, do you know who Diego Pavia is?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of reminding people of his situation where his family has become like unbearable at Wake
Yeah.
Forest, like unbearable to the point where his brother got arrested. Like after a game, his dad got kicked out
Was it
during
after
his
the
game.
game? I thought it was. Oh, okay. So it was the dad during the brother after.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And then his mom is like front and center. Like she's like his family's a nightmare, like full blown nightmare. So you had that. Then you had hi mom. This is my mom,
Hi,
guys.
Mom. Nice to
Yeah.
finally see you.
Bye, Mom. It's also
Bye,
snowing here,
Mom.
by the way, guys. It's like super snowing here.
Super snowing. Ew.
Yeah, super snowing. Almost got caught. Sorry, going on that tangent. But the other story that came out was Chris Henry Jr. He ended up signing with Ohio State, but he almost flipped as well because his coach Brian Hartline, who recruited him,
Yep.
took the job at
It's
USF.
down here.
Yep, it's coming down to Florida.
UCF, I thought.
Honestly, I get them confused.
UCF Orlando, USF is in Tampa.
Okay.
So it's the Knights and Tampa is the Bulls. So I'm pretty sure it's UCF.
Let's double check that.
Where's
But
Brian
yeah,
Hartline, head coach at? Yeah. Oh, USF.
Oh, I was
Okay.
right.
So he's going to be in Tampa. Oh, darn it. I was hoping it was UCF because UCF is where my nephew goes.
Yeah, so he's going to now be the USF coach, and people thought he was going to go down there. Nope. He is going to Ohio State. One last Ohio State thing. Julian Sayin is officially a Heisman finalist. The California quarterback is going to the Heisman ceremony. Now, do I think he's going to win it? Hopefully. But knowing the history of Ohio State quarterbacks and how often they have been in the Heisman conversation, they almost never win it. I'm gonna just say that they almost never win it. Like ever.
That's all right. I think the Heisman Trophy is overrated.
I think the last one was Troy Smith, right?
Yes, it is either that or JT. But I don't think JT got the Heisman, did he? He was up for it.
I know he was up for it. I'm pretty sure every Ohio State quarterback over the last 10 years has been up for that award. But I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's talk about some other former Ohio State players. Judkins is playing for the Browns. He had a great game. Not a Buckeye, but a former Bowling Green player, also from Ohio, Fanning Jr. He had an amazing game.
Go Falcons. Go Falcons. As a former Falcon. I can't do the Talon, but yeah, go Falcons. I'm not even going to lie.
Shador, another rookie. He's not from Ohio, but he had a record-breaking game Sunday, and it was a shame that he got pulled out when he just got fired up and we failed our 2-point conversion that worked during practice.
Now, I'm just going to say this, Christy. Were the Browns blowing smoke up our asses with this Dillon Gabriel stuff?
No. I mean, I obviously watch lots of college football, and I've seen Dillon Gabriel play over the last couple seasons. He's a good quarterback. He did beat Ohio State once.
By the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Because Ryan Day made a dumbass call. And yeah, so anyway, I'm kind of glad that they did what they did because, you know, we've had 3 or 4 right tackles and 4 or 3 left tackles. Ethan Posix out for the season. We've got Luke Weipler, you know, now in, which I don't think he's gotten very many reps with Shador. Because Shador was, of course, practicing with the 3 team and the 4 team. So waiting this long to start Shador, like I said, you and I agreed we didn't want him to start all season.
No.
I think it was better. I get chills when I think about what we can pick up in the offseason with building the offensive line around Shador now that we obviously know he's going to be starting for us next season. So building that offensive line around him and then getting a wide receiver for him. I mean, thank God Jerry Jeudy actually caught the ball, but I'll tell you what, I was screaming so loud. And I said, if you drop that damn pole and you flip over that, oh my God, they would have heard me in Cleveland. 1,300 miles away, they would have heard me in Cleveland.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt this, but we got some breaking news again.
What?
So, the city of Saline Police Department insisted in locating and detaining former University of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore. Mr. Moore was turned to Township Police Department for
What?
investigation into potential charges. That literally just came out as I pulled up
Charges
Twitter.
for what the heck? I mean, like, they're not going after him for adultery.
I don't know. I honestly, this case is unfolding, but yeah, let's get back to Shador. I was very proud of him, but the reason why I said, "Or the Browns blowing smoke up our asses," is because we heard all training camp, "Oh, Dylan looks great. Dylan looks good. He looks amazing." We don't know what Shador is gonna look like. Shador may look, and it was just like they were hyping up Dylan Gabriel, and then he came out and he did okay. He looks like he's gonna be a great backup someday. He is. He's gonna be a great backup somewhere someday. But it's just like, what were they seeing that we like? What in your mind was like, oh, Dylan,
Okay.
let's start
I know
over Shador?
exactly how to answer this. I know exactly how to answer this because you know what? Shador actually he answered it for us during his presser because they asked him about the Wildcat play.
Mhm.
They said, "Did you guys try this in practice?" And I loved his answer. He's like, "No. Of course we tried it in practice. Do you think we're going to go out on the field and try a play that didn't work in practice?" Okay. And when he said it worked in practice, well, of course it did. You're not playing against a real defense. So when they're in training camp, who are they practicing against?
Each other.
Our own defense. So, like, was Dylan Gabriel going up against Miles? No.
No, absolutely
No.
not. Not
Should
even
he have been?
close.
Yes.
Probably.
He should have been.
Yeah, probably.
That would train him for real world situations. And that's the problem here. Yes, these things work during training camp and during practices because we're practicing against our own players. It's not real life situations. Bring in some 20-year-olds off the street. Let them play defense. See if your plays work.
Also, I kind of feel bad for his fiance because all she had to do was just not say anything.
Wait, who's fiance? Oh, Dylan
Dylan
Gabriel.
Gabriel's.
Yeah.
All she had to do was not say
Now, why is
anything.
she? I get it. You want to hype up your man, but why are you saying everybody in the facility wants him to play?
I just clearly from watching the two, it's a clear difference on who's gonna be better. It's a very clear difference on who's gonna be better.
Mhm.
I just am like, this Brown season has been so incredibly disappointing
Well,
because their
and you know
team
what?
was so much potential.
They are. And they could have actually used Dylan as the Wildcat.
Just
They could have put him in. Judkins could have handed him the ball, and then he could have passed it. But then, of course, we found out from if the name is slipping.
right on. Yep.
Lavar, what is it? The one that dropped the ball on the kickoff return.
Mhm. I forgot his
Lavadar.
name too.
It's Lavadar. Hannum, tell me. I don't remember his last name, but anyway, Judkins said, "No, it's not Akadan."
Honestly,
Larvadan. Okay. He wasn't supposed to get the ball. It wasn't supposed to be handed off to him. But then, like, evidently Judkins like forgot the play or so. I don't know. I don't even know what the real, story is. All I know is everybody has said it. Shador should have never been pulled for that 2-point conversion. If they were going to go for the 2 points, they should have left him in. He was hot. And, just Kev took responsibility for it. And that's another thing. He's supposed to hand over play calling to Reese, yet he's saying he makes all the calls.
I've never seen someone coaching themselves out of a job. He's coaching himself out of the job. Like
Pretty much.
every time he makes like 2 steps forward where I'm like, okay, he's the most winningest Browns coach we've had in a long time. He's been the most successful. He's won Coach of the Year twice. He does something that is like, why did you do this? Why did you do this?
Yeah.
Like, what is the point?
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
the Browns have a game coming up against the Bears.
Go
The
Bears.
The Bears are actually a good team. It's the NFL, anything can happen. Let's go through the last of the football news. Phillip Rivers, 44, with 11 kids, back on a practice squad.
Let's go, baby.
Don't understand how that happened. Jaden Daniels, Jaden Daniels re-aggravated his elbow injury.
Oh wait, time out. Hold on.
Yep.
We got a special
hey,
message.
Dom.
Look at that. Hi, honey. My husband is watching. Hi, baby.
We love Mr. Cutie
He's
on this page. Aw.
He made me a cutie, not my parents. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Rejoicing. The Chiefs may miss the playoffs. The dynasty.
The first time for Mahomes ever. Let's go. Yeah, this football season's great.
Football season is amazing. And then last but not least, AFC can't stay out of the drama. A Ravens former girlfriend revealed some news. Ravens. So according to this ex-girlfriend, a lot of people think this is Zay Flowers' ex-girlfriend because she mentioned that her boyfriend had some stomach issues because he ate some Takis. And a lot of people put 2 and 2 together that Zay Flowers left the game early due to stomach issues. And they're like, oh, it's clearly his ex-girlfriend. One of the biggest claims she made in this Reddit post is that Lamar and everybody on the team wants Harbaugh gone. I don't know. Maybe some smoke and some fire to it. One of the players that's apparently retired, and a couple other things. But the biggest thing was that Lamar and a lot of the Ravens people want Harbaugh gone.
And current players want him gone.
Yep. Wanted him gone for a while.
Well, I've been hearing that, Steelers fans want their head coach gone too. And it's like,
oh my God,
these guys have been head coaches of these teams for a very long time. They crashed out the beginning of the season, which is ridiculous.
Unfortunately, Mike Tomlin is not going anywhere because he's going to continue to put up mediocre seasons, but they're still winning seasons. And as long as he's winning, he's not going to go anywhere. Same thing with Harbaugh. As long as they're winning, they're not going to go anywhere. I know. Look, I'm talking to my Steelers and my Ravens fans. I know you're watching. Unfortunately, they have both infiltrated my family. I know you're watching. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna hold your hand. Be grateful you have a head coach. Be grateful. Some teams out here are struggling. They are struggling. Right. You both have Super Bowls. You both have been to the Super Bowl. You both have had immense success at quarterback. The Steelers, not as much lately, but the Ravens, you've had success at quarterback. You've had great defenses, and you are crashing out because your coaches are mediocre. Calm your nerves. Woosah.
Right? At least y'all got a team.
Hee-hoo. You're probably going to make the playoffs. Chill out. Simple as that. But let's move on to some more sports news real quick. The Cavs are 14-11. They held their first practice since November 4th. And they were eliminated from contention of the NBA comp on November 28th. So they're kind of going through some motions, but hey, we love you.
Whoops.
Paul Hoynes, famous Guardians beat writer. He will be enshrined into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He won the Baseball Writers of America Career Excellence Award. And then we have the winter meetings happening, and we've had a bunch of big moves, but there's really three that we need to focus on. The Mets are losing people by the day. Their best hitter, Pete
Oh,
Alonso, is going to the Orioles. He signed for a 5-year, $155 million contract. And then Edwin Diaz, their closer, is going to the Dodgers.
mm, well,
Oh, yes. Two other things. LeBron, his 10 points plus per game streak ended. Tears,
aw,
tears, tears. Great streak. And then
that is
and
an awesome
congrats,
streak, especially for his age.
that is an amazing streak. And to be his age and still keeping it up, and it was just like a week ago. They were here like last night, so
Yeah.
yeah. And then Asia Wilson, she is the Time Sports Person of the Year. She's only the third woman, I think, third woman to be named that. So congrats to Asia Wilson. But let's move on
Yes.
to the real sports pop culture crossover. Heated Rivalry episode 3. I was
Oh my
getting to
God.
this. I'm sorry. Okay,
Dominic, go do
so
some work now.
yes, Mr. Cutie. By the way, spoiler. If you have not watched Heated Rivalry, do so. But episode 3, Hunter, name of the episode, Christy. What your thoughts?
Yes.
I got thoughts. Your thoughts.
Okay. I'm so mad at the Russian. I think he's a jerk. I don't think he is, and like oh man, I should have wrote this down. You're gonna kill me because I'm not remembering names.
Oh, the Russian is
So
Ilya.
there was the Russian and shoot, you just cut out. What?
I said no. Oh my God. We're dealing with some technical difficulties here, people. But the Russian is Ilya. Shane is the Canadian. Scott is the American.
Yes. And then there's a new guy, the
Yes.
coffee tender. And I really like him and Scott's dynamic, so to speak. And then Scott started being really weird, and I felt kind of bad because, like, when I was watching it, I was messaging you, and I was like, "Oh my God, I really love this relationship. Like, I think they are so awesome." And then I was like, "I'm so mad."
Yeah, Scott and Kip are the OG couple of the book series. They are the first couple. Their book is called Game Changers. So in the book, I kind of alluded to this on Friday when you told me. So in the book, kind of all of this happens, but the big thing about Scott and Kip is that they do end up together. Again, spoiler alert. But
Yeah, I
them
haven't
ending up,
seen that yet. Well, it hasn't shown it yet,
yeah, they haven't shown
but
it yet.
I'm
But
excited for that.
the big thing about Scott and Kip's book is that Scott comes out at the end of the book. He wins the Stanley Cup. He comes out at the end of the book, and at the press conference after he wins the Stanley Cup, he kisses Kip live on air,
Aw.
which in Shane and Ilya's book they see, and
Right.
this spurs them to both come out. So Scott and Kip are not like just some like filler couple that everybody's like, oh, we think this might be cute, and also in one of
Right,
the
'cause,
episodes,
like, and Scott picked a fight during
mhm,
one of the matches because, he was kinda alluding to Shane, like, you know,
he said you
"Oh,
starting to sound
I
like
can
him.
tell what's going on between you and Ilya," you know?
Oh, that was so
Right?
funny.
Well,
He was
and he
like,
asked him at that banquet that they were at the banquet,
"Where's your
he
boy?"
asked him, he's like, "How's your," and I forget the last name. Yeah, and he's like, "That's not my boy." So, it's just I can't wait to see where this goes. It's definitely like I explained it like this. It's 50 Shades for gays.
Oh yeah, because by the way, Christy finished episode 2. So
I mean, am I
again,
wrong?
whole lot of ass, right? That boy was bent over
Asshole in
whimpering.
your face. Lots of butts.
It was so much. And so you see how they lowered the exposure, and it was real dark. But yeah, no, Scott and Kip are essential to the story. So episode 4, they released the title. It's gonna be called Rose. They released some pictures.
Wait, what?
So okay, so in the
It's gonna be called
book,
what?
they're Rose.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rose is the name of the actress that Shane fake dates beard. And in the book, she becomes like a really big like ally to Shane and Ilya in their relationship. So the pictures that have been released, we got a steamy shower scene coming between the two. We got them actually sleeping in the same bed together. We got Ilya with his friend Svetlana, who he kind of hooks up with here and there. And then we got Shane meeting Rose. So it's episode 4 is gonna be crazy. Just know that. But episode 3 is one of those that you needed that episode to understand like where Shane and Ilya like their issues are
Gonna go.
and where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
It was very important. But yes, the
Gotcha.
funniest
Yeah,
part
I mean,
of that
I've
episode
liked
was
them
that.
all so far. They were just,
Yeah, just a whole lot of ass. I told you.
I mean, it only said
TV.
coarse language.
That is the funniest part. Well, they added it to the 3rd episode.
Oh, they did? I didn't see that.
Yeah, they added it to the 3rd episode. But even then, in the 3rd episode, I was like, this is like normal sex scenes. Like, this is fine. Like, it was like we didn't really see much. But that's first and second one. Jesus.
Like I said, like 50 Shades for gays. Like, I mean, I do like the storylines though. I'm enjoying that a lot.
Yes.
So
yes.
let's move on to another show that you've been making me watch. The Real Housewives.
Yes.
Salt Lake City. And then this is going to roll in perfectly into what else I want to talk about tonight.
Yeah, so let's recap the 2 shows. Vanderpump real quick.
Yeah.
Second
yeah, real
episode
quick.
of the reboot was okay.
Same.
I'm like I just need these people to get over themselves a little bit. Like I don't get the
It's so
drama.
lame.
It's really stupid. It's just dumb. So
Yeah.
that's out there. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The ladies are in Greece. It's Greece day 1. We got Lisa saying Angie copy off of her with a Cartier watch. So Bad Weather decides to go get their own Cartier watches, and Mary calls them grandma watches. And I'm like, huh?
Oh, I love that Heather went and got watches for her and Whitney.
And then we got Meredith giving Heather a necklace, and the whole group is like, so what do you think about it, Heather? And she's like, I don't know what to say. I'm just so pissed at Meredith, and I'm done with this playing. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Well,
we know she was a nightmare.
Right. But the problem is since she was a nightmare and she hadn't actually apologized for being a nightmare or even acknowledged that she was acting like a nightmare, it has grown into even bigger and bigger and bigger because anytime they bring it up, she reacts and says, like, Heather's a liar, you know? And at the end of this episode, I was kind of frustrated because Whitney and Heather are the only two really telling Meredith that she was a complete jackass. Lisa keeps making everything all about herself, which her and her cankles just need to go. But, you know, I want the other women to finally speak up and be like, Meredith, this is what happened. They've tried to before, but she ain't listening. And it needs to be an intervention.
I'm like, I'm so frustrated because it's like, okay, her and Brittany sat down, they talked it out. Okay, I understand fully why Heather and Whitney are mad.
Right.
But to me, it was just like, why is Whitney crying? Like, Whitney, like, I
Yeah.
understand you're probably drunk. And it's like, I'm just ready to move on. Now, the funniest moment of the episode was Bronwyn gaslighting all of them. Hilarious.
Me and my
They were
husband are
like,
great. I love Todd. Everything's great with me and Todd.
great. And
I
they're
don't know
like,
what you guys are talking about.
I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. They were like,
How
didn't
did I
you
know you were
say
going
you
to
were?
go there?
She was, and so I actually, on my drive home, I was thinking about it. I was like, did she actually say it? And I'm like, no, she never actually said they were in an open marriage. What
No,
she said was, if if push came to shove
I would
one,
consider it. Yeah.
she would consider it, but she never said she was in an open marriage. So I
Yeah.
think the ladies being like, she lied to us, and are we making this up? And it's like, kind of are. Like, she never said she was in an open marriage. She just said if the time came.
And this is what, and I had talked to you about it when I thought that she was trying to solicit Whitney and Whitney's husband,
Mhm.
because she did say, if that's what Todd wanted, I would consider it. We've tried other things before, and which, to each their own. I think it's a little weird, but hey, they both got tons of money.
Yeah.
So,
And she's never gonna
whatever.
divorce him, and he's never gonna divorce her. So I
Exactly,
just
because
don't
they don't have
understand.
a prenup.
Yeah. He's never gonna divorce her. Ever.
But for the other ladies, I mean, they could just say, well, we know that you are having hard times. It's great that you guys are better now. Glad to finally know that, because you hadn't updated us. But the last we heard was things were horrible. He was at a hotel. You hadn't talked to him in a couple days. Things were going south. Like, that's how it should have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny because she's like, everything's perfect between us. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
She literally was like, and they were like, well, you're not wearing your wedding ring. She was like, I never wear my wedding ring. Like, what are you guys?
Yeah.
She is
I wear
the
with secret rings
funniest
all the
one.
time.
She is so funny because they actively crash out about her, and she's just like, guys, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm just living my life wearing my costumes.
Right.
So coming up, we of course again have more the Greece trip.
Of
I'm
course.
guessing we're gonna have at least 3 more episodes. Their reunion looks got released. So I'm actually excited about that because
I didn't see
Heather
those
was
yet.
on Watch What Happened Live
Mhm,
on Tuesday, literally yesterday. And so she was
mhm.
like, somebody asked, they were like, where's the footage? Like, where's the footage? And she was like, that's gonna be answered at the reunion. I knew somebody had
Oh, from the
footage.
airplane.
But also, there was a guy on TikTok that was like, hey guys, I was on that flight. He showed a picture. He was like, yeah, I heard her all yelling from the back. And he was like, I'm not gonna put up the video because she might sue me. But I'm like, I know I'm always right. I know I'm
You
always
took a
right.
video in an airplane that you were on. How is she gonna sue you?
Because Meredith doesn't want people to know that she was acting like a tyrant, but we all know she was acting like a tyrant. Like, it's so clear that she was acting like a tyrant. Like,
Right.
she
And
can
how can
say,
she, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know how you can sue anybody over that.
look, I'm gonna say
You
this.
try.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying I'm alleging this has happened. From what it sounded like to me, homegirl probably took an Ambien to sleep on the plane and then didn't realize the Ambien was gonna kick in and had a couple glasses of wine. Probably
Mhm.
had some red wine. And then she was pissed off because Brittany was sitting in front of her. She was acting like a fool. She's probably yanking her hair and doing everything. And then when she mentioned to Mary that she was like, I watched Crazy Rich Asians and some other movie, and then I fell asleep. She fully did all of
Yeah.
that. I fully believe everything. I believe both sides. I believe she watched a couple movies and went to sleep after
Mhm.
a while. But I think she also took an Ambien and was probably a nightmare.
I don't think that she was like fully watching the shows or the movies.
No, she was fully like in and out.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I say Ambien is because if you know anybody that's ever taken Ambien, they do not remember what they do
Easy.
the next day. They don't remember
It's
nothing.
I had Ambien after our surgery quite a few years ago. And I remember trying to stay awake because my mom and I and Zoe, we were in another city, and my mom was coming back to the hotel room And me and Zoe were already there and laying in bed, and I was trying to stay awake for her to come back, and I thought I had just fallen asleep. I barely remember her walking in. But yeah, you take one of those, and if you're drinking on top of that, oh my
Oh,
good Lord. But anyway,
bad
Heather did
weather.
a docuseries on Mormonism, and people had reached out to her. And I wanted to bring this up because I joke around a lot and I say things are cults. Cult is short for culture. Now, I think that, like you look at different types of organizations, gangs, like biker gangs, East Coast, West Coast. Even
We could talk about that too after we talk, by the way.
Did you? Okay. But even other organizations, I joke around and I call my BFO group, Browns Fans Only, a cult because we are a culture. And there are leaders in BFO and people underneath them that help, try to keep the group growing and moving along in the right direction. So I have also in the past called fraternities and sororities cults. Some of them actually turn out to be. I'm not talking about, the crazy Jim Jeffers or, the David Koreshes down in, Plano, Texas. And I'm not talking about like the Heaven's Gate cults and stuff like that. I'm just talking about when groups of people get together and they hang out, and then of course there's a name formed. That's a culture. There's many different cultures, and I don't know why everybody looks at the name cult as bad, but I definitely think that Mormonism is a cult. Most religious communities are cults. They are cultures. There is, the leadership there's organizational, people and stuff like that. So she found out that there has been so many things that have gone wrong in the Mormon community. And I feel really bad for her that this is just now opening her eyes because, like, being that I was born in the late 70s, like, I could have told you, yeah, Mormonism is a cult.
Yeah, as someone who's I'm gonna admit this, I used to be deeply religious. Ugh.
It's
I
okay.
used to be deeply religious. I went to college, that completely went away. Mormonism is the one that scares me because Mormonism has an offshoot that's even crazier. That's polygamy. So the FLDS, the Order, the AUB, I was deep, by the way. I also liked to watch shows about cults. Those groups were an offshoot of Mormonism. So Mormonism was like, hey, you can't have more than one wife. Those groups were like, I'm going to have
Want
more
to
than one wife. Want to bet. So I'm going to start my own religion in Utah, by the way. All of these are in Utah, the Utah Valley, like Nevada, that area, Colorado. They're all in that area. And they are all like, they still have the like principle of Mormonism, but now they like it's just expanded and it's a little more insane. It does not surprise me that Heather didn't know how bad it is. Like honestly, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is actually pretty accurate of how they portray like Mormonism and like the ones that like kind of went away from it, the ones that are still in it, the ones that are kind of like on the fence. Just I cults to me, like it has to be extreme. Like I don't say like fan bases are cult unless it's like you're deeply mentally ill.
Oh, I
Like for
tell my group to
example,
drink the Kool-Aid. I mean, like, we don't
yeah,
have
like
poisoned Kool-Aid, but
yeah,
it's just
like
plain orange Kool-Aid.
but there are some fan bases that truly I'm like you need to get out of this. Like some fan bases are literally in a cult. Like I'm not even joking. Like
Like,
some of
we're
them
not
I'm
gonna
like
throw you through a table. I love you, Bills
Like
fans.
I don't get that. I don't get that. Cowboys fans deeply in a cult. Yankees fans deep in a cult. Lakers fans deep in a cult as well. But one sports thing. So I'm getting periodic updates on this Sharon Moore.
Oh, Cheryl Moore. Yeah.
Yes. So apparently the reason why the university was tipped off about this affair is because a DoorDash driver told the
Not a bad
university
tip.
that they personally delivered Plan B to his office. That's not even the craziest part. So they also updated the charges. His
Oh,
charge, what he's going to be charged with is 3 counts of criminal sexual conduct in the first degree, 3 counts of sodomy, 1 count of assault, 1 count of illegal seduction.
wow.
This is a crazy story. But speaking of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, did you watch the reunion?
No, I
It
did
was
not. I'm
terrible.
sorry. Okay.
No,
I'm glad.
it was terrible. I'm gonna just
Was it
I'm
terrible
gonna just
because of
recap it.
Stassi or because of the people?
Look,
I like
Stassi is no
Stassi, but that's all I
Ariana.
care.
Stassi is no Ariana. Ariana,
Mm,
because she had the hosting factor and because she was able to get to know them, she kind of came in with a better thing. I think
yeah.
Stassi just was like, I was on a reality TV show. I know how it looks to be on a reality TV show. I'm gonna ask you the questions,
Mhm.
but it just wasn't like like it just was crazy. Demi deflected. She's getting sued by Marciano,
Oh,
rightfully
jeez.
so.
Yeah.
She deflected a lot, but the part of the reunion that was so hilarious, and I'm gonna send you a clip later on, was Dakota. He showed his ass. When I
Oh.
tell you, when Zach was laughing at him, Jace was like this the whole time. Jordan was just looking straight ahead, like, I cannot believe I told everybody this man is my best friend. He kept drinking water, so he was clearly on something. He claimed
Oh.
that him and Taylor were still hooking
Oh.
up and that Taylor sent him a sexy photo and that she had a boyfriend, even though this is during her like first filming of The Bachelor. Yeah, which is crazy.
Right.
Like, and when she came out, hilarious. She looks at Jordan. She's like, I'm gonna sit there. She's like, actually, you know what? No. She was like, Jacob, move over. I'm gonna sit next to you. I want to sit next to him. Everybody was like, what is happening? They brought out
Wow.
Chase. Chase was laughing at him. It was
Mm.
ridiculous. It was one of
Yeah,
those
beautiful.
reunions where I was like, Whitney didn't even care. Whitney was eating her burger as Demi was crying. You guys don't understand. I've
Oh
been
my
here.
god.
It was one of those
Maybe I should
reunions
watch it.
where
It sounds like a train wreck. I like train
oh,
wrecks.
it was a full train wreck, but it was boring. It was deeply boring.
Mm.
For some reason they kicked all the girls off when they brought the dads out. And everybody was like, huh? Why would you kick them out? Like, they're the show. Then the dads revealed that something happened in London because they're going to be on Vanderpump Villa next year. Christy, it
Jeez.
was so bad. It was so bad. But a couple more things. Summer House. Do you watch it?
No.
You need to watch it. They released the trailer for their 10th season.
I've
It's
seen the
going to be
trailer
great.
numerous times.
Gonna be great. Netflix bought WB, so that's a
Yes.
whole thing.
That's cool.
The Golden Globe nominees were announced. And I watched the Diddy documentary.
Yes.
Let's just end this podcast on me talking about how again, like I said in the show, I'm always right. I fully believe I am a clairvoyant and I'm always right. I have hated this man since the day he broke up Danity Kane. Danity Kane was one of my favorite groups. I watched 2 full years at 13 of him making the band.
Mhm.
I watched from 11 to 13 him make that band. I fell in love with that band. I listened to their music. I still listen to Danity Kane to this day. To this day.
Yeah.
To this day.
So, can I ask you how you felt when you heard Aubrey reading the messages on her
I
phone?
Oh my God, I felt so bad for her because, well, Aubrey has always, like, I remember watching the show and I was like, why is he always picking on Aubrey? I will never forget, there was a moment on the show where he told Aubrey, he was like, I like you better without all that hair and all that makeup. You look like a
Mm,
tramp. And I'm like, what is he saying to her? I always
yeah.
had good instincts about him. I used to call him a hip hop supervillain because he was just the most villainous person to me. Nothing in that documentary really like shocked me. It wasn't like a shock factor. It was more of an anger factor because it was like
Mhm.
everybody just let him get away with all this
Yeah,
stuff.
he got away with it for so long. And they even said, like, back when he first started apprenticing, when he was 19 years old, dropped out of college, they had to separate him from beating the ever living crap out of this woman that worked there. He was like trying to hook up with or dating, whatever, sleeping with. He was beating the crap out of her against a car outside. And like numerous people grabbed him and pulled him apart. And like nobody found out about that until like recently. I never knew that there was another co-founder of Bad Boy Records.
Mhm.
I had a feeling that he had a hand in killing Diddy, and I also had a feeling that he had a hand in killing Biggie.
It was just like the Biggie and Tupac of it all. It was like it was just like the him restructuring Biggie's contract so Biggie paid for his own funeral was
That's
the
so
part
sick.
where I was like,
That
"Oh,
was your best friend, or supposedly. Like,
then
no
it was
wonder
like
why Mace went on to become a preacher,
Mace got out at the right time. Mace is not one to be
right?
played with. My thing is that they all said he had no talent. I knew he had no talent. I've listened to his albums before. I could tell you he had no talent. The fact is he had no talent. He can't rap. He can't dance. He can't sing.
Yeah,
He
damn.
can't act. He's a terrible person. He's a terrible father. His sons were pissing me off. Then the cherry
Sitting there
on top.
doing that stuff with his, oh my God, with his oldest son. He had his kid there with him doing it.
The
Yeah,
fact
go ahead.
that the fact that the freak offs or the hotel nights that the other girl would like to call them, he would be like the one escort that was like, he's like, yeah, he was like, depending on the night, he was like, but it was a big night when it was Biggie's birthday or it was the anniversary of Biggie's
The
death.
anniversary's death,
What do you mean that's the night that gets you going? That gets you
right? That's
that's insane.
because
But
that's when he became big.
I was like, oh, this is oh my God.
Yep, he's lower than low.
I'm like, yo, he's insane.
He's the
The
devil.
He truly is. Again, I'm always right. I fully am. I've been calling him a supervillain for a long time. I've hated him. He ruined every single favorite group I've ever had. I watched him literally build up groups, tear them down.
Mhm.
Just terrible. But the part that made me want to throw my shoe, made me want to choke somebody through the screen was the jurors.
That woman, there was one woman, she's like, "Oh yeah, I grew up listening to him." Why was she even made a juror? I don't understand how she got to be on the jury. And then even the guy that was on the jury, they interviewed and he was like, "Well, I thought he was going to get charged with more."
It was him that kept saying, "Oh, why does she keep going back? What do you mean why does she keep going back? She's in
Yeah.
an abusive relationship and that's the only man she's ever known for her whole adult life." Then the
Yeah.
girl being like, and I was looking at him and he thought it was crazy, so I thought it was crazy. I'm like, am I crazy? Am I
No,
crazy?
no,
It
it was
was just
disgusting.
it was just one of those things where I was like, this is so bad.
Well, and
Um,
pictures have come out with her with pictures with Diddy now. And like, I don't know if it's like from way before. I mean, he's not in prison clothes in him, and he didn't
no,
have any gray
yeah,
hair in him.
it might
How did she
might
get picked to be a juror?
it was the fact that the jury wasn't sequestered. Insane.
Yeah.
This a high profile trial. They need to be sequestered. The girl, clearly it was witness tampering. I'm like, witness tampering, jury tampering, it's just so much stuff happened. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, he really, like, the prosecution had an uphill battle. But
Yep.
one last thing, there's so many updates about this Michigan case. So I'm about to update you on a bunch before we go.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
So
have to watch it tomorrow. I'm watching Love Is Blind Italy.
yes, also there's a Love Is Blind Italy, like crazy.
It's great. It's great.
So there's so many details coming out. I'm about to read this off. So apparently after he was fired, Sharon Moore, he went to his mistress's house and threatened to unalive him and himself. Somebody also posted a text message, said a friend whose dad is a donor said Sharon is currently going crazy. Apparently Sharon is in protective custody, threatened to unalive himself to his wife, left his house, went to the staffer, held knife to his own throat and said, I'm going to unalive myself, but you first. And then he was intercepted at church by police because his wife had his location.
Wow.
What is happening in college football?
Clearly he is not a stable person. He realizes that his whole entire world is now coming crashing down. He had it in his hand. There's the world. He had it right there. You're the head football coach of one of the top colleges in the nation. And that job landed in your lap.
And then apparently, according from somebody named Connor Cook on December 1st, he said Sharon Cheater got a staffer pregnant and is soon to be fired. And he hashtag Cook said it first. There's so much. Oh, apparently when he got to the staffer's house, he broke into her house. This is about to be the crazy. So again, you're crashing out because you cheated.
Yeah.
You cheated.
Because you were stupid.
You cheated. You broke the morality clause in your contract. So you got fired without money. Your wife has now found out. It's before Christmas. Now you're crashing out. You're going to her house. You're about to get charged with a bunch of stuff because outside of what I read to you just 20 minutes ago, he's going to get charged with breaking and entering. He's going to get charged with assault. He's going to get charged with assault with a deadly weapon. This man is going to get felony
possibly battery, depending on, threatening the life of somebody else.
All because a DoorDasher reported that they delivered a Plan B.
Was it DoorDash free with Amazon Prime?
Christy,
oh goodness.
Genuinely, there's so much happening in sports. We didn't even get to Bonnie Blue. Oh my god, I had to tell you. I was going to tell you who Bonnie Blue was. Yeah, the one who's going to be going to jail possibly for 15 years because she decided to go to a country and illegally film herself.
Oh, well, hey.
There's so much. When I tell you tomorrow, I'm probably going to wake up and there's probably going to be like 50 more things about Sharon Moore.
I'm going to love reading MSN tomorrow.
This is a hot mess. This is happening like as we are on this episode. Like every time
I love it.
Like every time I like just look down, it's like something else. And it's like, please, I don't want to know anymore.
I gotta go to sleep tonight sometime.
Literally.
Awesome.
But
all right,
Christy.
Yes, ma'am.
We weren't very long today, but we were very diligent. We
covered
very
a
diligent.
lot.
We covered so much
stuff.
Follow us through the Inside Edge Network, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, all down on our scroll. Follow us at Jersey Chasers on YouTube. Watch our live streams on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Like
we are everywhere.
Yes, we're everywhere. Support us. So
Because
so
we're
we can-
entertaining.
yes, we're entertaining. Just again, thanks for everybody for watching. Oh, by the way, last week, #1 show on the network.
Woo woo! Yay, go us! We're the only
Go.
girl-only show, and yep,
#1
we're
on the
cute.
network.
And we're entertaining.
#1. Yes.
Yeah.
But we
All
have
right.
been your Jersey Chasers. We gotta go.
Bye, y'all. I gotta go watch Love Is Blind Italy. It's a
Bye.
great one.
I gotta go catch up on Sharon Moore news.
Yeah.